A very good morning, dear children. Welcome back to Physics Online class. I am glad to meet you all by this class after a long break, right? After Children's Day, Diwali celebration. Hope you all enjoyed those holidays. Now we are back into the class. The first unit of physics for our syllabus, for our class, is motion, right? The second unit is the force that causes motion. And the third unit, what we are going to do is gravitation. It's one of the very fascinating topics in physics. What you're going to do is Isaac Newton's gravitation, Newtonian mechanics. But when you go to the higher classes, you will study a completely different concept about gravity, that is Einsteinian physics. Okay, now we are going to do gravitation. Very interesting topic, because this force is fascinating us. Anything that goes up, no, that down. How that it is possible? And what is pulling all the forces back to the earth? It is invisible. You cannot see anything. But anything that falls up, no, that comes down, and it also falls down again. Now we are going to do gravitation and the universal law of gravitation. Okay, we are going to do only two things. What is gravitation and what is universal law of gravitation? Now, according to the story that how Newton understood this concept, gravity, he was lying under an apple tree, and one fine afternoon or evening, the apple fell on Einstein's head. Newton's head. Okay, and simply he thought, why this particular apple did not go up, but instead it came down and fall on my head. He thought, and he found gravity. Okay, anything that goes up comes down, right? Something is pulling down. It is all because of gravity. Okay, not only the apple is attracted to the earth, but also why not moon? If you would have watched those videos that is full of graphics and animations, the things will be clear and better now, because I cannot do animations on my own, but I have shown some videos so that you get the concepts clear. Now, you see, this is Earth, okay? This is Earth, and this is Moon. This is Moon. We are all on the surface of Earth. We are all on the surface. Here we are there. Here we are all there. So the tree is also here. The tree is also here. He is on the surface. So the apple is fallen and earth is pulling the apple. But why not it can pull the moon? Okay, can it pull the moon? Yes, it can pull the moon. Can moon pull the earth? Yes, it is possible. Okay, now to understand this concept of gravity, uh, we can go for an experiment, but now let us imagine this is an orbit. Okay, in this orbit, this particular moon is going. It's not falling into the earth, or it's not going out. But it is not tied, but it is rotating on a particular axis around the earth. This is moon, for example. This is moon, this is earth. This is moon. How that is possible? Okay, how that is possible? Because there is no line here. Okay, there is no rope that is pulling Earth is having on the moon. And there is no rope here. It is an imaginary line, orbit. But this particular moon is revolving around the sun in a particular orbit without coming in or going out. Moon is not going on a straight line, it is rotating on a line. How that is possible? That is possible. Understand this. You can tie a rope, you can tie a stone in a rope and you rotate. Okay. If you rotate the rope along with the stone, it rotates in a circular motion, right? It rotates in a circular motion. It's a stone, it is a rope. When you tie and rotate, it rotates in a circular motion, right? It rotates, but it is not coming down. But where is the force for the rotation? Here you are only rotating, right? You have the force. But you have the force and the rope and the stone is tied there and you're rotating. While you rotate, it is also rotating in a circular motion. But the main force that keeps the ball rotating, the stone rotating, is this force, okay, that you are doing. Likewise, in the earth, this earth has an enormous mass. So, because of the mass, enormous force it has, and so it pulls the moon in a particular direction along a tangent line, but it never goes out, but it never comes in. How that is possible? That force is called centripetal force. Force that pulls in. So there is a force. There is a force between the moon and the earth. That force keeps the moon revolving around the earth. That force is called centripetal force. Centripetal, petal means towards the center. Centrifugal means outward, going out away from the center. Okay. So this force is called centripetal force. So the same force is acting on all the sun and on all the planets. Okay, now I am saying about the earth and moon. In the solar system, you see Earth is our planet. And there are many other planets. Whole solar system operates in this concept of gravity. Okay, this is called gravity. What is gravity? Gravity, all the objects in the universe, not only this Earth can attract moon, Earth can attract anything that is on the surface. Okay, anything. Whatever you throw, I am on the surface of this earth, I throw this pen. Okay, it goes, comes back. Okay, here it is acting. Here it is acting. All the, on the surface of the earth, some force is acting. That force is pulling down. Okay, that force is called the gravitational force. So, according to the definition, what is the definition? All objects in the universe attract each other. Okay, they attract each other. All the objects. This force of attracting between objects. Okay, I am attracting you, you are attracting me. Okay, this both pens are attracting. But why this red pen is not pulling the blue pen or blue pen is not pulling the red pen, that we will understand later. Why it is not pulling? Why this force is not so intense or obvious or apparent to see? But whatever throws, no, that we can see this force. But the force between the two objects, the force between the laptop and myself, the force between a ball there and me. Yes, there is a force. There is law of attraction. But it is not visible. Why? Why? Now, that is called gravitational force. So all the objects in the universe attracts each other. And this property, this force of attraction is called gravitation. Now you understand what is gravitation. I hope you understand what is Now, second point is we are going to learn what is the universal law of gravitation. Okay, universal law of gravitation. What is this universal law says? Universal law says, so we said gravitation force is between any two objects. The force between any two objects. Let's say this is object A and object B of mass. Of mass. An object should have mass. Okay. So this is two bodies that are kept at a distance of d. Huh? The mass of A object is capital M and B object is small m. That's all. What does the law of gravitation say? The force between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of the mass, capital M and small m. Capital M for A and small m for B. It is directly proportional to the mass, and this force is indirectly proportional to the square of the distance between them. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between these two objects. This is called simple. That's all over. So F is directly proportional to M1, sorry, capital M, small m divided by d square. So to remove this proportionality, I put a value called G. This G is called universal gravitational constant. G into M divided by d square. Okay, this G is called universal gravitational constant. This G is supposed to be, you have to memorize this value, 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kilogram square. Yeah. Newton meter square kilogram minus 2. Okay. How this value, how did you get this value? That we will see later. How to get this value? So this is called universal law of gravitation. Simple. It is a product of two masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now, I said, uh, now let us, there is a problem. Before that, I said, there is a force between you and me, the force between the pen and the pencil. But why this red pen is not pulling blue pen and blue pen is not pulling the red pen? Even why I am not pulling it? Why my force is not pulling this pen towards me? Why? Because let us consider. According to the formula, F is equal to M into M. Okay, product of two objects, A and B, divided by D square, G into D square. Okay. Now consider, for example, what is M? M, what is G? 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Newton meter square kilogram, minus 2. Okay. What is M and M? For example, between two persons 50 kg, 100 kg, 100 kg. Okay. 50 kg, 50 kg. 50 into 50, 100 divided by the distance is 1 meter. Okay, 1 meter, 1 square is 1. What would be the value? The value is, this is 100. This 100 means 6.67 into 10 to the power, this is not 100, 25,000. If you put 25,000 and multiply with this value, so 2,500. 2,500 and you multiply this value, for example, let us consider for your easy calculation, I say 10 into 10, 10 kg into 10 kg. What is 100? 100 means 10 to the power minus 9. 10 to the power minus 9 means 4 F is equal to 0.000000612345678 9. So the force is very negligible. So that these two bodies are not attracting each other because the mass is very less. So the force is very less. Because of that, we are not attracting each other. But when we consider Earth, mass of the Earth is very high. No, let us see that also. What is the mass of the Earth? Mass of the Earth is equal to 6 into 10 to the power 24. Okay, 10 to the power 24. 24 zeros. Okay, what is the mass of the moon? 7.4 into 10 to the power 22. Okay, this sum is there in the book. Now, what is the distance between the moon and the earth? 3.84 into 10 to the power 5 kilometer. So, kilometer converted to meter into 10 to the power 3. Okay, kg. Sorry, distance, meter. Now, this is the force that is existing between Earth and the moon. Okay, because this, what is the formula? F is equal to product 6 into 10 to the power 24. Are you able to see? 6 into 24 into 7.4 into 10 to the power 22 divided by 3.8 into 10 to the power 8 the whole square. Okay, d square. If you cancel all these values, you will get this one and this one will cancel and this one and 2 will go. And at last you will see 2.1 to 10 to the power 20. I think 20 Newton. You see the force 2 to the 10 to the power 20. That much of force is existing between Earth and the Moon because of the mass. Okay. Now, what is the importance of this universal law of gravitation? F is equal to G into m1 m2 divided by d square. What is this? What is the importance of this? That is force that binds us to the earth. This is the force that is pulling us down. Why we are standing? Why we are jumping and coming down? This force is acting. Okay, because the mass of the earth, even our mass is negligible, 60 kilograms, 70 kilograms, or 80 kilograms, but the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 to about 24 kilograms. So huge force will act. Okay, and the distance we are already there. So in that way, motion of the motion of the moon around the sun. Why why the moon is moving around the earth? It is because of this universal law of gravitation and the motion of the planets around the sun. And why do we experience high tides during the full moon day or during the no moon day? அமாவாசை பௌர்ணமி அன்னைக்கு அலைகள் ரொம்ப அதிகமாக போகுது because of this, because the moon is coming close. When the moon is coming close, the force is high. When the force is high, the water, the water is going up. Okay, the high tides we are experiencing on that day. Now, I hope to complete by 20 minutes the class. Okay. Now another is free fall. Free fall. What is free fall? Whatever you throw up that comes down in straight line, right? When you throw a ball up or when you throw the pen up, it comes down in a straight line. Okay. Now, when it comes down in a straight line, we try to understand two different things. Will there be change in velocity? It goes, when you throw something, it goes and it reaches some point, and after that it comes down. It's not going away from the earth. Okay? But the rockets are going out. How? Think. The rockets are going out of the earth and it's reaching the another planet. It's outside the earth orbit. It's outside the atmosphere. Why? It is because rockets are moving. The rockets are moving at the escape velocity 12.1 kilometer per second, 11.1 or 12.1. This is called escape velocity of the earth. When something moves at this velocity, it can go away from the earth. It will reach the solar system. Okay, that is called escape velocity. When something moves at 11.2 kilometer per second, it can move out of the earth. It will not experience gravity. Okay, that is one point. The next topic is free fall. First, we learned what is gravitation and what is universal law of gravitation. Okay, now we are going to learn free fall. What is free fall? We know the objects, all the objects in the earth are attracted. This is the earth's surface. So when you throw something, it is attracted. When you throw a ball from down, it is attracted towards the earth. We studied that. Okay. So earth attracts all the objects towards it. Why? It is because of gravitation. We have learned that. Now, when the body falls, when we throw something, when I throw this, when it falls down, it falls under the effect or influence of gravity, gravitational force. This force is only due to gravitation. So when it falls down due to gravity, will there be any change in the direction? No, there is no change in the direction. It is falling straight. But when it falls down, will there be change in velocity? Yes, there is a change in velocity because when it goes up, when it comes down, it gains some velocity. There is change in velocity. The change in velocity is not due to the direction, okay, but it is due to the magnitude changes. The value of the velocity changes when it reaches ground. When if you would have watched that video, there was one good illustration. He throws a metal ball from a less height. It does not do anything. But when he throws from the greater height, the tiles break. Okay, the tile breaks. How that is possible? Because when it have the free fall, the velocity changes, increases. So when there is a change in velocity, what is that it called? It is called acceleration. Okay, that is called acceleration. So any change in velocity involves acceleration. So whenever an object falls towards the ground, an acceleration is involved. This acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. It is not simply, but this acceleration. I am throwing something and it comes back. There is a change in velocity. So there is a change in velocity, there is an acceleration involved. And this acceleration of a freely falling body is called acceleration due to gravity. That is called G. Okay, acceleration due to gravity is called G. We are going to find what is this G. And this G is also, but what we studied in the unit 1 or unit 2, F is equal to A is acceleration. What is the unit? Meter per second square. The same meter per second square for here also. Okay. So, according to Newton's second law, F is equal to M into A. Instead of that A, we can change it as G. Okay. A is G. Both are one and the same. A is acceleration. But in the second unit, in the first unit, we saw motion in a straight line. There is no gravity. So that is acceleration. But here it is falling down. So there is gravity. That A is changed as G. This is called acceleration due to gravity. And what we did according to the formula, universal law of gravitation, F is equal to m into m divided by d square. So this m and g into, sorry, is equal to g into m into m. This m and this m get cancelled. Now g is equal to g into m divided by d square. Okay, this g is called acceleration due to gravity. Now, where this m is mass of the earth, what is the d? D is the distance between the object, two different objects. So when I am on the earth, when I am on the surface, let us consider this is earth. Okay, when I am on the surface of the earth, when I am here, I am standing here. This is the center of the earth. So what is the distance? Let us consider this distance as r. Center of the earth to the surface of the earth is r. So this d is converted into r. Okay, because what is universal of gravitation? It is a product of the mass of two objects and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between two. Distance between means this is the distance between two. So g into divided by r square. G is equal to m divided by r square. This g is calculated as, put the gravity 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 7 minus 11 and mass of the earth and the radius of the earth. You put the value comes around 9.8 meter per second square. So approximately 10. That means the acceleration due to gravity is 10. Okay, 9.8 and it is almost constant. So today we have learned what is gravity, gravitation, what is universal law of gravitation, and we find what is acceleration due to gravity. Okay, I hope the concepts are clear. You watch it once or twice to get the clarity and do the problems that is in the book. Thank you. Meet you again in the next class. Have a good day.